see how this looks. Anyway, so welcome to the explanation of this. Maybe I should take this off. I don't know. Kind of look. Woo! Welcome everybody to my my messy day. To my first video. I don't know how many more I'll do. It just kind of depends on the feedback that I kind of get on this, because this is a very personal subject for me, because I feel like I'm gonna let you guys know a lot more about me than you already know and that you see on Instagram and social media as a whole, because people that have never talked to me and only seen my pictures, they kind of feel like I just post pictures just cuz, and you know, try to be like everybody else or try to get the most likes, and really it's not really about that to me. It's more about the inspiration part behind it, and the feedback that I get from women and people that actually see my posts and let that inspire them on a way deeper level. So let me take this back a little bit. A year ago, today actually makes it an official year that I've been living in LA. So that's pretty exciting. And so I kind of wanted to talk about different things that I've learned and that I've done, that I've overcame, and yeah, I thought I'd look cute this one. Nah, because you can see all my packages right here, what I'm laying my phone on, so could be a cute school teacher. Hey, you buck. No, maybe I shouldn't have that voice, right? You detention. Okay, now let's get back to business. So, okay, all right. I'm done being funny. Actually, this is my personality, so maybe I'm not done. But let me get back to exactly why I started this video in the first place. So, September 23rd, 2018, today. This makes it a whole entire year for me that I've been in LA, right? Okay, so anyway, so I want to talk about the things that I've learned this past year. So originally, I'm from Israel, born and raised. I moved to the United States straight to Chicago, or I should say a suburb in Chicago, since people that are watching this might be from Chicago, but like, she ain't from Chicago, this is for y'all. So suburb in Chicago, like 20 minutes away. I still consider it Chicago because I was there like every day. But anyway, let me take it back. So born and raised in Israel, moved in 2005 to Skokie, Illinois. Chicago / no, okay. Went back to 5th grade because I didn't know any English, so they sent me back to 5th grade. This video ain't about that. Okay, let me take it back to last year. Let me not take it back all the way to 2005. If you guys want to know, maybe I should make another video about that. But anyway, so I moved to LA last year, September 23rd, 2017, and I actually drove here with my dad. I remember that very clearly because it took us 30 hours to drive from Chicago, and we had my Jeep and I had a big ass U-Haul attached to my car. I mean, when I'm telling you that drive was insane, because man, driving with your dad for 30 hours and talking about nothing but daddy things, it was fun. I love you, Dad. Just in case you're watching this, it was a lot of fun, you know. But yeah, I couldn't always play the music that I want because he'd be like, no, that hurts my ears and I want to play this music, and then he wanted to listen to it again and again and again, and then it got stuck in my head. So anyway, love you, Dad. So long story short, last year I moved here because I had a job. Actually, all summer I was looking for a job because I wanted to move to LA, so I was searching for jobs only in LA, and every time I would have a phone interview or like an interview in person, they're like, oh, you're not around. Oh, on a phone interview, oh, you don't have enough experience, you just graduated from college. And I'm like, well, how am I gonna get the experience if you're not letting me have a first entry level job for me to even get experience? Explain that. How do people get experience without getting the chance to get the experience? I mean, like, you go to college to get a job, but then the job is like, oh, you didn't work. No, I was studying for you. Like, what you? Okay, anyway, so I got the job with Johnson & Johnson as a medical sales consultant, and I packed my bags. I took everything, my mattress, my TV, I mean, everything in the U-Haul, in the truck, and drove it to LA. So 30 hours fast forward, we got to my apartment in Glendale, California, and unpacked everything. The whole weekend was kind of unpacking and getting stuff done with my dad. And long story short, I started that job a week and a half later. And I worked for them for a few months, probably like 7 months total. And I decided that it was taking more from me than it was giving to me. The money was great, don't get me wrong, but when you're working for somebody else that hard and you're making this much money in comparison to what you could be making when you work that hard for yourself, I just decided that maybe it's just not the best position for me. Maybe this is something that got me the drive to LA, maybe got me the transition to move here, but wasn't my final destination on the train path. So I decided that I'm gonna take a leap of faith and quit my job without having any backup plans. Not the greatest idea when you're living here alone in LA. So I did have a roommate, which was very helpful. I quit my job and I was kind of in the mood to not do anything for like 2 weeks because I was so worn out from working like 18-hour days every single day, working holidays, working my birthday. I mean, I worked every holiday, every day you could think of, no weekends off. Drove over 350 miles a day for work, so big territory. Great job, but it wasn't for me. I'd rather do that for myself and my passions and do that for somebody else's passions because I only have one life, so why not? So I quit the job without having a backup plan, and a couple weeks later, I attended this event, this networking event, and it was more, I think it was like a lot of movie directors and stuff like that. It wasn't like a networking event for business like I was previously in, but it was a pretty cool event. A couple weeks after that, I decided to start driving for Uber and driving for Lyft because I felt like that could be my road map to getting to know LA better, to meeting new faces, to networking my way to wherever I need to be, and trying to figure out what my next step is and also make some money. So I signed up to drive for Uber and Lyft, and I'm not really ashamed of that because that was probably the best thing that ever happened to me right now because the people that I've met, the money that I've made, I mean, the connections I've found, the interactions that I've had, the people that I inspired, the people that I motivated in the conversation, that touched me way more than working in a whole medical industry because even though I was helping people physically, I might have not touched them the way that my spirit would allow me to if I was to talk to them. They're sleeping, they're under anesthesia, so I can't talk to them. I can help them with the surgery and things like that, but when it comes down to physically and emotionally and spiritually helping somebody, I would rather do that than just working on the physical aspect because I feel like emotionally you bring out the physical, and if you don't have the right emotions and the right attitude towards life and yourself and how you look at yourself in the mirror and how you look at other people, you turn out the way that you think, and meaning you look like the way that you think. So if you think negative all the time, you start to realize a lot of negativity about you. Pimples start coming out of nowhere on your ass cheek, on your elbow, on random shit because you speak that into existence. So I feel like if you look at the world in an ugly way, you turn yourself into an uglier person. Even if it's not physically, it comes out in a physical way where things just don't work out for you. Things just don't happen the way you wanted it to. It's because you actually speak that into happening negatively, if that makes sense. That's how I view my life, and that's how I view life in general. That's why I'm very passionate about being positive and being a positive influence on other people and helping people realize that life is beautiful, life is short, life is really what you make it. It's not really just a quote, it's really how life is. And so in terms of that, I really feel like people should understand how important it is to look at other people and yourself as a human being that is possible to everything. Like you can do everything that you want to do. And I know that sounds cheesy and cliche, but trust me, like cliche, I said that in a weird way, cliche, whatever, this is my third language, okay? I just feel like life is just such a beautiful thing, and the relationships that you build with people and just everything about it is just so beautiful. And even when bad things happen, like you gotta look at it in a positive way because that's the only way that you'll speak it into the universe that more positivity will happen after that. Every negative situation comes with a positive reflection. So if things don't happen, or if you don't get that role, or if you don't get that job, or if you don't get that part, or whatever the case may be, or if you don't get to that screening, or you're late or things just don't work out, it was supposed to be that way. It's because God is making something bigger come your way, and it's taking away that space that was needed for the bigger thing to fit in, if that makes sense. So that's how I view my life. So when I quit my job, I didn't know what was next. I was confused. I was in LA by myself. My whole family's still in Chicago, and I'm here alone. So there's no way I can run home, or I have commitments. Like, I made a lease. Like, I signed a contract. Like, there's a lot of things that I've done that I couldn't back out of because now I'm a responsible adult, you know? And so, long story short, everything comes with a reflection. So my reflection of me quitting my job was, I just know that I'm better. I know that I can do better, and I know that I am better, and something else will figure its way out or figure its way into my life. So, yeah. Long story short, I keep saying that. Like, I need to, like, Google something else to say. Like, long story short. Okay, you're annoying. Be quiet. You're telling me a long story. You're not making it any shorter. So I think I left off where how you should really view life. But anyway, so I through my experience in LA, let me get back to that. I think that the things that I've learned the most is you gotta keep your circle small. Like, if you find genuine people you really truly fuck with, like, keep that circle so small that the same people can fit in your corner. Because I believe that a lot of people in LA are so traditionally fake. Like, a lot of people that I've met here are not from here, or, you know, and I'm not from here, so I can't even put myself in the category of others. But I just feel like a lot of people here are trying to fight for the same thing you're fighting. So they'll try to outwin you. They're going to try to do better. They're going to try to do things that are, you know, more meaningful or more powerful, or get around the right group of people, or whatever the right group of people may mean to them. But I just feel like if you find the right circle and the right people that you can fit in your corner, that will be there for you, that's all you need. All the hype, all the fame, all the extra stuff, like, it's just not for me, you know? Like, I do things because I have a purpose for it. So events that I go to, you're not gonna see me at a club on a couch doing all that stuff. And again, that's my opinion. Like, people can do that, and maybe they make money off of there, or maybe they, you know, do it because of a certain reason, or to network with certain people. That's fine, but it's just not my networking situation of ideal networking, if that makes sense. Like, I just wouldn't go to a club to network for anything, because my purpose in life doesn't belong in a club. That's why I'm barely at any social clubs, nighttime life, because first of all, I don't drink or smoke. So secondly, I just don't want to be around that vibe. It's always super negative at the end, you know? It's always like things just happen, and I just want to get away from all that. So anyway, I just feel like the biggest thing that I've learned is keep your circle small. When you find the right group of people, stick to them. Like, maintain them in your life and love them and really cherish them, and really just focus on that relationship that you're building with whoever you're building with. Girlfriends, boyfriends, friends, whatever it is, like, just maintain the relationship that's there. Another thing that I've learned is that you can't expect anything from anybody. I feel like a lot of people here, or a lot of people in general, say they'll do something, or say they'll introduce you or do something for you, and it doesn't happen. Like, expect that. Like, you're not just one in a million. Like, there's a million other people like you right here in LA that want to do the same thing as you. So what does that mean for you? This is the advice that I'm going to give out to everybody for free. Do better. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect somebody to do something for you. Go get it done yourself. Like, do better. Look up who you want to look like, or be like, or act like, or your role model, and research what they've done and outdo them. Like, if you want to do so great and be, you know, an artist and be better than Michael Jackson, you have to understand Michael Jackson, like, from the back end. Like, you have to understand him from every side of his life and understand what he's done and how he's done it. Because a lot of things that you see on TV, a lot of accomplishments that you see, you don't see the back end. You don't understand what they've gone through. You don't understand their life story behind, like what they really feel or think or go through on a daily basis. So I would recommend that instead of you comparing yourself to other people and wanting to be like them, learn them and learn every aspect of that individual, because you may not know everything off of one picture on social media. You may be like, yo, I want to be this model so bad. You know how many times I've tried to take a picture like somebody, or to be like somebody, or to wear that same swimsuit as somebody, or to go somewhere and look like somebody or be like them, but in reality, when I met them, they're nothing like I wanted to be like, because I felt like I was in a way better headspace than them. To me, that's 100% more better and better for me, because I feel like I'm secure up here. I'm mentally strong. I'm mentally beautiful. And for me to compare myself, my exterior physical looks, to a woman who has nothing but that is a waste of my life. And I could go work out and look great and build my life around that aspect and still maintain myself. I don't compare myself to anybody anymore. That's the main thing I've learned out here, is that people compare themselves to the end story when they don't understand that there was a beginning part too. And even if you're in chapter 2 and they're in chapter 10, believe me, they did not start at chapter 10. And if they did not go or understand life the way that you do, and you are way ahead of them than they are. Because if people start you off in running instead of crawling and walking, believe me, you're never gonna know how to get back up when you fall. Because what do you do when you're on the ground? You're crawling, you're getting back up, you're walking. And if you started running, you'll never be able to understand the actual life part about being on the floor, about going through that moment. And what you learn how to get up, that's the most beautiful thing on earth. Is if you're able to fall down on the floor and get back up and keep doing it, that's more beautiful to me than the actual running aspect of it, if that makes sense, if I can translate that back into life. So a lot of girls, a lot of guys drive all these nice cars, you know, buy these fancy dinners, and you don't understand what they're going through. You don't understand where they are in life or who does that for them. That might not even be their car. Why are you trying to compare yourself to that person? You know what I mean? And so it's a big thing out here that you see perfection and you doubt yourself, or you question yourself, well, why can't I be that person, or why am I not there? Trust me, your time will come. You just have to believe in it, and you have to understand that at the end of the day, it's not about what they have, it's about what you have and what you're gonna do with what you have. So that's my advice for you. That's my way of saying, please let go of every negative thought that you have today or tomorrow or the next day. Like, let go of every single comparison thought that you have, and just understand that you're working towards something better. You're gonna be something more. You're gonna be something better. So learn to love your situation. Love to re-love your body. Learn to re-love your atmosphere, your home, your friends, your family, your relationship, yourself. Learn to re-love that and master that first before you continue on the next level. Because trust me, it will only be 10 times harder if you skip that part of that foundation of your life. And that's the biggest things that I've learned in LA. And I've been here 1 year. This has been 12 months of me being in LA. And the biggest thing that I've learned is to not compare myself to someone else's 16th month when this is only my 12th. Not compare myself to somebody's 10th year in the industry, when whatever industry that I want to compare myself to, and understand that I'm in here for 4 months or 5 months or 2 days. Just start. Just start somewhere. Do something with your life. If that's what you want to do, if you want to be an artist, if you want to be a painter, if you want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse, you want to be a musician, well, I don't care what it is that you want to do. You want to be a author, do it. Because somebody else started yesterday. Somebody else is a day ahead of you. Somebody else already got the first chapter done. So why are you waiting for the okay moment or for the right moment? Because trust me, it will never be the right moment. The right moment is right now. The right moment is for you to get up after this video and start doing what you're passionate about. That's the whole purpose of this video right now. Not really about my move to LA. Not really about the purpose of, life, living across country from your family. And it's all about you right now. It's about what you're going to do with what I'm saying. It's about what you're going to do with your life. So I hope that this touched somebody, and I really hope that you share and spread the positivity of this video. The reason why I've been posting so many more pictures is because I started my own swimsuit line. So please check that out right here. It's www.dy-collection.com. I would really appreciate if you looked it up and follow the Instagram of DY Collection and my Instagram. You probably already know it, but it's Miss Foreign, MISSZ Foreign. Okay. I hope you enjoyed my video. I might finish it up a little bit more. Maybe not. I think I've probably said enough. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my first video because I enjoyed making it. So bye.